You did everything right. You followed the rules. You took your after-tax income, plugged it into a calculator, and split it perfectly. 50% for needs, 30% for wants, 20% for savings. You were being responsible. You were following the most popular budgeting rule on the planet. And yet, here you are, still stressed about money, still wondering, why does it feel like there's always a week of the month left at the end of your money? Why? After all that careful planning, do you still feel broke? Here's the truth. The 50-30-20 rule, as it's usually taught, is a lie. Not because the numbers are wrong, but because it's missing one critical step. It's a perfect theory that shatters the second it meets the messy, unpredictable reality of your life. Today, I'm going to show you the one tweak that makes this rule actually work, so you can finally stop living paycheck to paycheck and start building real wealth. Here is the giant crack. In the foundation of the 50-30-20 rule, it's almost always taught as a monthly budget. The gurus say, take your total monthly income and divide it. So if you bring home $4,000 a month, that's $2,000 for needs, $1,200 for wants, $800 for savings. Simple, clean, neat, perfect on paper, but totally useless for most of us. Why? Because who actually gets paid once a month in one big lump sum? Almost nobody. You get paid weekly or bi-weekly, and your bills, they don't all show up on the 30th. Rent is due on the 1st. Your car payment hits on the 15th. The internet bill shows up on the 22nd. And your credit card? The 28th. Let's say your first paycheck of the month, $2,000, comes in on the 5th. Great, sounds perfect. But wait, your $1,600 rent was already due. You pay it, and suddenly you have $400 to survive for the next 10 days. $400 to cover groceries, gas, utilities, everything. Forget your wants. Forget savings. You're in survival mode, white-knuckling it to the next payday. This, my friend, is the cash flow trap. You're budgeting with ghost money. Money you expect to get by the end of the month, but isn't in your account when you actually need it. This timing mismatch is the #1 reason people feel like they're failing at budgeting. Newsflash, you're not failing. The system is failing you. It creates a non-stop cycle of stress, overdraft fees, and constant firefighting instead of building the life you actually want. So what's the fix? It's so simple, you'll be mad you didn't think of it sooner. Stop budgeting by the month. Start budgeting by the paycheck. That's it. That's the secret. By lining up your budget with your actual cash flow, you stop living in a spreadsheet and start dealing with reality. You only plan for the money you actually have right now. This is so powerful because of what it does to your brain. 1. It turns an overwhelming task, managing a whole month's worth of money, into small, easy wins. Instead of one huge financial battle every 30 days, you're fighting a series of smaller skirmishes you can actually win. 2. It gives you an incredible sense of control. You know exactly what every single dollar is doing from now until your next deposit. That nagging anxiety, that will I have enough feeling, it just vanishes. You're no longer managing some vague 30-day idea of your finances. You're managing real money, sitting in your account today. This is the difference between being a passenger in your financial life and getting in the pilot's seat. Here's where it all comes together. Look at your calendar. Which bills are due between paycheck number 1 and paycheck number 2? Assign those to paycheck number 1. All bills after paycheck number 2, assign to that paycheck. Example, you get $2,000 on the 1st and 15th. Paycheck 1 first, rent $1,600, electric $100, total $1,700 paycheck, 2/15. Car $300, internet $70. Total $370, boom. Timing mismatch? Gone. You'll never again be surprised by a bill that hits before money is there. Now, finally, bring in the 50-30-20 rule, but apply it per paycheck, one at a time. Paycheck number 1, $2,000, needs equals $1,700. Savings equals 20% equals $400. Wants equals 30% equals $600. Hold up. $1,700 plus $400 equals $2,100. More than $2,000. Yep, that's reality. The old monthly budget would hide this problem until you were already broke. The paycheck method shows it immediately. This isn't failure, it's clarity. Maybe this paycheck you save 10%, wants or smaller. Next paycheck, you crush your savings goal. It's dynamic, real-world budgeting. Switching to paycheck budgeting is key, but let's fortify it. 1. Use a zero-based budget income. Expenses, zero. After assigning bills in 50-30-20 categories, every dollar gets a job. No leftover cash. Name it. Extra credit card, pizza night, new tires. 2. Automate your savings willpower fails. Automate transfers and bill payments. Your goals are met for you, not because of you. 3. Build your starter emergency fund before investing or paying low-interest debt. First, build a $1,000 emergency fund. This is your shield, your buffer. No surprise expense can destroy your system. Ready to stop feeling powerless with your money? Open your calendar. Find your next payday. In the comments, tell me the very first bill you're assigning to that paycheck. Let's make this real. For years, you may have felt like you failed at the 50-30-20 rule. Truth, you weren't failing. The system was. Percentages are guidelines, but useless without the right operating system. Budget by month when you get paid weekly? It's like trying to find a coffee shop using a map of the entire country. Wrong scale, guaranteed frustration. Match your budget to your pay cycle. Everything changes. Stress melts away. Clarity appears. You're in the driver's seat. This is more than a budgeting tip. This is a fundamental shift in your relationship with money. The 50-30-20 rule isn't a lie. It only works when you force it to look at your life one paycheck at a time.